Yeah, I wanted to see. I know he flashes 35 million, bro. I know he flashes 35 million. And then didn't he make like 5 million on Twitch? Bro, Moist Critical, go.
First things first, before I cannonball into the spaghetti and meatballs of today's topic, I'd like to let you all know I've been actively working on my Mickey Mouse impression, so please let me know your thoughts.
Gosh.
Pluto! So with that out of the way, I'm going to show you all of my analytics from my
Fuck that had to do with the video.
lifetime of being on YouTube and...
Bro, hold on. He's been on YouTube for like 20 years, right? Probably what, like 17 years? No, the video he did with
I was
T-Pain,
an extra in the
the video he did with T-Pain celebrated his 20 years, right? No, 18. That's tough. 18 years. 35 million ran up in 18 years. Mind you, all this shit in the background probably didn't cost that much. The production level, he probably got he just probably looks like a webcam with some decent lighting. He edits all his videos on his own, so his production value isn't that crazy. You don't see him wearing designer. You don't see... What car does Moist Critical drive? You don't even know. You don't know what car Moist Critical drives. He doesn't flex. He doesn't have any watches. Yo, Ty Plays was good. He doesn't have any watches. That's crazy. So that 35 mil is going to last a long time. What? I'm going to keep it a buck. This is how I want to be when I get bread. Like, I'll probably just have like a nice man cave, maybe some tats, and I'll just chill. That's ideal. This is humble flex.
Almost a decade of being on Twitch. Now, the reason for this is, a week ago I made a video called I'm Turning It Off, and in that video I'm explaining why I'm disabling any and all means of people having the ability to donate money to me. No more super chats, no more YouTube memberships, for all intents and purposes, no more bits on Twitch. I say all intents and purposes because you can't actually fully disable that on Twitch. Once you start streaming on there, you're fucking shackled to the bits ecosystem.
Yes,
it cannot be turned off. So I made the minimum so
Easy, don't get tats. Don't put that filth in your skin ever. Why? Come on, bro.
high that no one can pay it, hopefully, and actively discouraging people from subbing on Twitch as well. Any and all avenues where people could just give me clams, I am just putting the kibosh on. I should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Might as well get the farty sharded now. The reason is super simple. I would much rather you keep your money, use it for yourself, or use it for things you deem important, whether it's charitable causes or what have you, but just stop forking it over to me. Now, since posting that video, there's been a lot of...
I'm not gonna lie, 99.999999999% of influencers would not do that shit. Bro, you think Mr. Beast would turn off his monetization? Well, he doesn't really live stream, so it's different. And he Moist Critical still got his AdSense on. But most creators, bro, they'll just take that bread. Like literally.
questions and even somewhat of a pushback from other streamers about how, like, this sets a bad precedent where it, like, starts to...
because then it starts to make them look bad. Like, oh, you're a multi-millionaire and Moist Critical turned off his subscriptions. Why don't you?
Shame other streamers if they don't follow my footsteps here. Let me be clear. I'm not trying to make a rallying cry here. I'm not your dad. You do what you want with your own streams. Keep donations and subs on out the wazoo forever. I don't care. That's your prerogative. This was just my own personal decision. Obviously, that wasn't like the most prevalent take or anything, but it is a conversation I saw stirring about after I posted that video.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about, like, dude, this correlates into some shit that I seen on Twitter that I responded to. Right? And it was involving the FaZe subathon. So they said they're not going to run it back. Let me play this clip real quick.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you. Subathon 3 is not happening.
Subathon 3 is happening next month.
You think we'll ever do another subathon? I think this is it. Bro, we all hit our fucking top. The only thing I can think of is if you go for one.
This is the second time that he said that. This is the second time that he said that, bro. And I said, look, feels like the curtain is closing on this IRL streamer wave. The state of streaming by the end of 2026 is going to be completely different than what it is now. Streamer fatigue is real. I think the whole era of like doing subathons and like asking for donations and shit, like people are gonna clown you, you know? Especially if you're a big streamer, they're gonna be like, oh, donating to a millionaire or whatever, right? The whole like allure. Boom. No, that shit is, bro, there's multiple clips of that shit. Like I'm telling you, there's multiple clips of that shit. I'm trying to tell you, they're not running that shit back. There's a reason why Kai is not doing another Mafiathon, bro. Even when he was doing it, what were they saying? Begathon, 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 begathon. You feel me? They're not going to be doing like that. That whole wave of like subathons, I think by the end of 2026, there's not going to be another subathon, bro. Like, I don't think people are going to be doing that. And if they do, it's probably going to be smaller creators. But I think people are tired of that shit, you know?
Because there are some streamers that believe that normal people having the ability to give them money helps them feel included in the community, part of the crew, part of the ship, and it's like integral to the streaming experience to be able to like sub and donate and things like that. I've never really shared that perspective.
Is it though? Yo, Forever Caleb, what's good, bro? Is it though? If you donate to somebody, do you feel like you're a part of the ship? I don't really feel like that. I feel like whenever I've like gifted somebody subs, like if I've gifted somebody who's a big creator subs, it's like, cause I know what the business model is and I know there's a lot of bread. So I'm like, you know what? This is like my way of feeling like I'm supporting you, you know? And then if I'm giving bread to like a smaller streamer, then it's like I'm showing love, you know what I mean? Cause it's not many times that you get subs like that. So like if I give somebody 5 subs, it's like, oh, like they really appreciate it, you know? Cause shit, hey, 5 subs goes a long way for me. This shit, that's dinner. Fuck you mean? If you give like a medium to a smaller size streamer, bro, you're really clutching up. Let me tell you, bro. Yo, I know this would be late as fuck, but would you be down to run Among Us with cams on? Probably not. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know who else is gonna be in it, bro. Probably not.
I've always viewed streaming as content.
But if you ever want to run something else, I'll keep you in mind for some shit because I got some ideas I want to do. So if I might bring you into some shit if you down.
You are providing to
I
viewers.
donate to Nizzy because I know him in real life and he's my friend. That's some real shit. Yeah, I don't know about the knowing in real life shit, but I appreciate that. Nizathon, bro, I'm not doing that, bro. That was not. I tried to do that shit, bro, but it just is what it is, bro. I donate to Nizzy so I can have permission to be parasocial. Come on, bro. Yo, Tote, I appreciate that, bro. That's real, bro. That's real. I mean, bro, I'm not rich. People think I'm rich. I'm not rich, bro. Y'all know. Come on, bro. Jail cell. Jail cell, bro. I donate to Nizzy because he got nice lips. Yo, I appreciate that. Now, hold on. Now you got me. Hold on. Now you gassing my head up. Nizzy rich? Come on, bro. I'm not rich. Not rich, bro.
For free, and if someone's nice enough to toss you a doubloon, you tip your fedora saying, "Holly jolly, thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger," and move on. But it's not an obligation, and no one should feel like they need to be able to give you money to be included in the community. That feels very parasocial to me. But that's just my own view on it. But what I will tell you, breaking the magician's code here, there is no top streamer that needs your financial support to put food on the table or continue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't need your money. Bro, I'm talking about the 0.01. Man, what? Man, what? Let's look at the most. Let's just go off subs alone. Subs alone. We're not even getting into ads. We're not even. Why is my connection shitting the bed? We're not even getting into ads. We're not even getting into bits. We're not getting into none of that, bro. Oh my god! Like, look at this. 215,000 viewers. If you run ads with this amount of viewers, bready. Where's subscribers? Do y'all see that? Oh, right here. Let's look at these subs. These sub counts are crazy, bro. 100,000 subs, 177,000, 638,000, 75,000. Queso got 72,000, bro. Just a regular day. But Queso be acknowledging every time he gets a gifted. That's insane. That's insane. They be getting bread. Bro, if you just multiply that by 5, oh my god. let's do Kai because he got the biggest one. 638, 757 times 5. That's $3 million. Yo, an anonymous gifter just gave Ty Blaze a sub. Yo, thank you so much for that. Who was why would you be anonymous? Nah, don't be anonymous, bro. I gotta thank you personally. But shout out to whoever did that. That was real of you. That was hella real of you. I don't know who that was, but love. That's $3 million. Obviously, that's gross, not net. You know what I mean? 177. Let's do Jason. 177, 870 times 5. Even though a sub is low key like what, $7, $8? 889,000. We're not even getting into advertisements. We're not even getting into the multiple YouTube channels and clip pages that these streamers have, bro. They be getting bread. Like just having a YouTube channel. Like if you have a successful YouTube channel, bread. I'm trying to tell you.
Continue providing those streams for you. Also, the bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads in the first place. Anyway, though, I think this stems from people just not really...
And here's the thing, bro. This generation of streamers, bro, they got that ad slider turned all the way up. 22 minutes of ads, gang. You want me to hydrate? I got you. They got that ad slider turned up. 22 minutes of ads. So you're really only watching like 8 minutes of content before you get slammed with another ad, bro.
Knowing how much money a top streamer can make on Twitch, for example. So let me show you my analytics from my lifetime on Twitch. Now, Twitch analytics are a little wonky
bro, my
here.
shit is all the way. I got my shit turned all the way down. I got my shit. It doesn't even matter. Like if you have like a few hundred viewers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Look at this. I got this shit turned all the way down. It doesn't matter. Are you partnered? No. That don't even fucking matter. That don't matter. You know, shit, I'm affiliate. I'm getting, hey, that's all that matter. Let's do manual. Let's see. There we go. That should be better, right? What about Clover Boys? They running that shit up too. Bro, if you have a few thousand viewers, you're running it up. You're running it up.
On the back end, so I wasn't able to just set the date range from 2017 to 2025 because it would just freeze. It would just have a conniption. I bet the Twitch HQ a server just fucking caught flame with me trying to do that, so I had to break it up into chunks. So in 2017,
show us your earnings. Come on, bro.
Is when I really started like actually
that shit is not up there, trust.
Streaming on Twitch. I had dabbled in 2016, but it wasn't until 2017 where I got like partnered and everything. So from 2017 to 2019, I made $55,500 for those 2 years. And I wasn't full-time streaming at this point or anything. It was just a bit of goofing around, having some fun, and it brought
just on the side a yearly salary just on the side.
And $55,500. From 2019 to 2021 is when I took it a lot more seriously. As you can see, my time streamed went from 600 hours on the 2 years to 3,600 hours.
Wow!
And I made $1.2 million for those 2 years. And this was before my Twitch contract, so the only ads that were running on my stream were like the...
What is that? How many hours is that? You divide that by what, like 24? What is that? 3602 divided by 24. That's 150 days worth. That's not bad. That's really not bad, bro. Damn, he was taking that shit serious.
Pre-roll ads are the ones that Twitch would insert themselves. So this was still without ads, by the way. $1.2
How many McGriddles can he buy? A fuck ton.
$million. Almost 1.3. Then I got a Twitch contract which necessitated a certain amount of ads. 3 minutes of ad time per hour. And from 2021 to basically 2025, I made $4.1 million. And to those astute observers amongst you with those keen peepers, you might notice that my subscriptions are less than half of what they were for the previous 2-year period.
Damn.
So even though I have 180,000 less subs across these 3 years than I did for the previous 2, I still made significantly more. And that is because of ads. Ads are the breadbasket to streamers. That is the jelly to the...
YouTube is his main
peanut butter sandwich that is streaming.
Wow.
And keep in mind, these numbers here, the 4.1, the 1.2, those don't even include brand deals or sponsorships, and
Damn.
I didn't have any like ancillary donations, but a lot of streamers do through like Streamlabs for like text to speech stuff like that. So that
Wow.
doesn't include any of those other means of making money through the medium. This is solely through just Twitch itself. And I think something important to
That's
mention,
insane.
contrary to popular belief, I am not a top streamer. I am also not even a full-time streamer, and I haven't been for over a year and a half. So
I mean, I wouldn't say you're at the tippy top, but you're definitely a top streamer. For sure. I mean, bro, the thing about Charlie, aka Moist Critical, bro, he gets like 2 million views on every video. So his audience is he's gonna have at least like 5,000 people watching him. So that's not gonna be at the very, very top when you have like people like Kai and Queso and FaZe and XQC and all, yeah, obviously. But that's still up there.
my 2025 earnings, I didn't really put them here. It's about 100K. So
Yeah.
another thing to add to the total here. But I'm not even a full-time streamer anymore, and I haven't been a top 20 streamer probably since the fucking Among Us boom. Back in the
Damn,
prehistoric
that's like 2020. Holy shit.
internet age now. Like the Among Us era is the only time where I broached like the top 20. I've not been in that ball game
That's
for
crazy. He running up M's and he not even top 20. So what's top, bro? Damn. So what's the top 1,000? I want to know how much like the top 1,000. There is a huge, obviously, a disparity. If you're number 1,000 versus number like freaking 30, it's a huge disparity. But damn, it makes you question shit.
a while, and yet this is still a crazy
Imagine speed. Oh, getting bread.
amount of money, where there is no reason I should be taking money from just normal people working normal everyday jobs. It just doesn't feel right to
Who's
me.
the top streamers right now? I mean, that shit is always changing, but you're gonna always see a lot of the same names. You're gonna see, Kai, Jinxie, Queso. You're gonna see a lot of those same people, bro. Aiden, exactly. Jason, exactly. You're gonna see a lot of the same names, like Asmin. Those guys are running it up.
Streaming
The guys with the most watch time, shit. Lacey getting the bag. That shit crazy. Kai, Jinxie, Ty Plays, and Nizzy. I mean, shit. Shit. Manifestation. I'll take that. I'll put Reggie in top 5. He not in top 5. When we talking about bread, he's making money. Even DDG Pocket Watch, he's making 100K a month. He's making money, but I'm talking about at the very, very top. Come on, bro.
is the easiest
We're
job
talking about bread. I'm talking about bread-wise.
there is. Hot
talking
take, I
about
know,
money.
sorry, that was a blistering, scalding magma that I just spewed out there, but it is just the truth. I sit in swamp ass for a few hours every day, well, at least I used to when I was a full-time streamer, playing games, or just yapping. Now compare that Weenie Hut Jr. routine to a normal person who is actually working their ass off every single day.
That's nothing. That's like literally like a droplet of water in a vast ocean. The average person is making like what, $50,000 a year? They make that shit in like what? They make that shit in a few hours. I'm not even gonna lie, like half a day. I'm gonna be honest. Nizzy, would you ever do a gym mark? Yeah, for sure.
9 to 5
sure.
environment, grinding in the hopes of chasing the American dream. And then they'll come home, maybe turn on my stream and donate a couple of dollars to me. And it just doesn't sit right with me taking that kind of money, given what I've made from all of this. And I really should have just stopped this a long time ago, especially considering this is just the Twitch side of things. I told you, I'm going to show you my YouTube earnings. So be ready, because here it is! Huge fucking number. And
Oh my god. That shit, you see a number like that, that shit make you stop breathing. Oh my god. I want to know what Mr. Beast dashboard looking like then. Holy shit. 35 M's, bro. Obviously, that's over the course of like damn near 2 decades. But 35 M's, that's impressive, bro. Because even like a flop for Moist Critical, bro, is like a video getting 500,000 views. Like he dead got the infinite money glitch. And I know a lot of that bread is pocketed, bro. Because he's not spending, he don't have an editor. Like There's no overhead. There's literally little to no overhead, bro.
Unfathomable amount of money.
That's
From
beautiful.
starting this channel in 2007 all the way until today, I have made $35.8 million.
Be real as fuck for that.
I never even imagined that amount of money was possible to earn without just being born rich. I have said from day one,
Wow.
I got incredibly lucky. I will never be able to put into words just how lucky I got with all of this shit here. I'm not special. I got lucky. I have always said
I don't really believe that. I mean, I think a degree of luck plays into it, but luck is when hard work and opportunity meet. You know what I mean? That's when you get lucky. I think a lot of, you know what I learned from, and I was talking to a friend about this. With YouTube, that shit is difficult. It's not easy, right? But the people who get it, it's like riding a bike. It's like once you get it, you get it. And there's some people who have fallen off, and since they know how to build a YouTube channel, they get right back on. Like there's certain people, bro, they could start a faceless channel right now, have somebody else speak, but since they understand YouTube and the algorithm, that shit blows up. You feel me? I don't think he just was solely lucky. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that easy. I'm gonna check that link out after this. I don't think it's that easy, bro.
and I still believe that to this day. Now, something I saw a lot of people asking after the video I made about turning off all the donation stuff is how much money I'm leaving on the table. And while it's kind of hard to show it on Twitch
500K?
considering both subs and bits are technically still on,
Damn, that's low key. That's low key a M. He leaving an M off the table. Memberships, supers, and gifts.
even though I discourage both and have bits at a point
And his shorts feed is just 2,500. Oh my god, bro. Short form content. This is exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
where I don't think it's even possible to use them. I still can't get like a hard number on what's like gone now or anything like that. But on YouTube I can.
Exactly. People like YouTube Yap. People like Yap YouTube content almost as much as gaming videos, because that's the type of content that you can, and this is the type of content I want to make. The type of content that you can play in the background while you're doing shit, like while you're cleaning your room, or while you're doing your laundry, or while you're washing your dishes, or while you're doing your homework. That's the kind of content that I love. Or shit, having something on while you're playing a video game and you just don't want to feel like you're alone. Maybe something to just occupy your ears. That's the best content to me, bro. I'm cleaning my room right now. Exactly, because it's like you just have something to listen to while your attention is being held somewhere else. That's the best fucking content, in my opinion. I'm capping. Why the fuck you do that? Oh, man, you had my... I felt good in that moment, bro. Because I feel like that's just the best, bro.
And show you directly.
Give us a ear-looking ASMR. I'm not going to lie. There's a streamer. Her name is Asian X Bunny. I think she'd be able to do that better than me, bro. Can't even lie.
So with memberships and supers / gifts, I made over $1 million. Keep in mind, I've only had those things enabled for about a year. So it was $1 million
Like, it's that mid-speaking, bro. This is not a Hassan situation, bro.
in a year from just normal people donating it to me. Again, that just doesn't fucking sit right with me. Now, I know there are plenty of streamers and YouTubers that have significantly more money than me and have subs and donations on and whatever. I don't care. Like I said, this is not me trying to lead some kind of revolution here where all of them turn it off. It's their choice to make. I wanted to explain fully why I don't want normal people just giving me their money anymore at all.
Damn, we really entering a new age, bro. We really entering a whole new age, bro.
Also, to be honest, I think just full goatseeing, showing how much streaming / YouTube.
This is true. When I watch you, I feel like I'm just chilling with the gang. I usually have you on in the background or on my second phone. That's fucking real. That's the goal right there, bro. That's the goal. I don't want to be the overstimulating, always in your fucking face. I want to be the chill guy, bro.
YouTubing can make, just showing you the full, unedited, raw numbers is probably helpful for normal people.
To get a gist of bro, I don't, it was never like, I mean, well, I knew he was getting money. I knew Moist Critical was getting money. I didn't know he made 35 million though. I didn't know he was in that range. I knew, probably a multi-million. You know what I mean? But that really just puts into perspective how much these people are getting, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. How much money is Speed getting? Holy shit. Speed, if that means Speed got to be at least in the, he got to be, I know he's made about like 50 M's minimum. He's probably up there, probably higher than that. Oh my God. Or somebody like a DDG who knows how to finesse the YouTube AdSense, bro. The OGs from YouTube and Vine rich. Vine, no. Vine, no. Unless you pivoted into YouTube at that time, then yes. Like Logan Paul, he's rich. A lot of the people who, before the adpocalypse, if you were running up a bag back then, oh yeah, you got a crazy bag. Because that was before all the restrictions and stuff. Let's not talk about others' wealth. Oh no, I'm definitely pocket watching. I'm pocket watching.
See how much money is in this space, because I think there's often so many question marks from people wondering how much does a streamer or YouTuber make. They'll either say like they're making billions of dollars or they're making nothing. There's never like an in-between, because there's never any like...
I mean, I think there's a huge disparity though. Not everywhere. What's good, Melanie? If you a 20 viewer Andy or a 50 viewer Andy or a 100 viewer Andy, you're really not making that much bread. I'm gonna keep it above. You're really not making that much bread. But if you're like in the thousands of viewers, yeah, you getting cheese.
Like really hard numbers to look at. So I think something like this can be helpful for that.
What you
especially
reacting to Moist Critical talking about his how much money he made.
Because over the years I've noticed there's been a multitude of creators that have come out and tried to like underplay how well off they are financially, because they believe it could be somewhat of a brand risk, where if they're...
Oh my God, yes. They don't... Now it's a little bit different, because a lot of the top creators are flaunting their wealth, like especially like the streamers. But back then it was taboo as a streamer to flaunt your wealth in any capacity, because it was all about being relatable. So like there was a streamer, he was talking about how he bought a new car, right? He was like, yo, I got my AMG and I was driving my AMG and I got pulled over because I didn't have my stuff because I just bought it or whatever. And then the moment that he realized he was talking about an AMG, he switched it up. He was like, yo, my car. He stopped saying AMG and started saying car. Back then, it was all about like 2023 and a little bit before that, it was all about being relatable. Now it's about flexing. It's about having the cars, the lifestyle. Cause now, like back then, if you were a streamer, you were a fucking dork. You played video games, you sat in your room. Now, when you say streamer, people think of streamer in the same light as they think of a rapper, you know? Because they see like the lifestyle that they live and the shit that they're doing, and they see, you know, now it's about having the bread and in the expensive lifestyle and being on the PJs and having the gambling deal and shit.
Perceived as being someone that's very rich, well, maybe their audience wouldn't like them as much because they're no longer relatable. Mm-hmm. It's just something I've seen here and there over the years from a bunch of different creators, and I just find it a bit disingenuous. So hopefully something like this can help show that if someone is in like...
But also, you also got to account that just because you're generating a lot of money, what is your overhead? You feel me? What is your overhead? Obviously, every single streamer is well off, but a Queso 70,000 subscribers is different than like a Phase 70,000. You know what I mean? Or like a lot of these streamers that do IRL content, because they have to spend a lot of money for their productions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like AMP, they get money. They're well off. They're good. Don't get it twisted. They are good, but they have 6 figures. They have like 7-figure budgets, bro.
Top sphere of YouTube or Twitch, they are very, very well off financially. Anyway, though, if you add both of these numbers up, I've made a total of $41.3 million.
You hear a number like that shit hit you in your chest a little bit. Damn. Imagine being yo, that's such a crazy amount of money. Look, he couldn't even look in the camera and say that shit. When you say I made $41 million, that's an automatic, you a lick at that point. You can't look in the camera and say some shit like that.
But that's not to say that's what I have. Now, I do live in Florida, which means there is no individual income tax. Big time Florida W right there. And I know, I'm big time gushing grannies, Florida glazer. I've lived here my whole life, and that is something very nice about it. But it's not to say that the tax man comes in gentle with the lube. He still goes whole hog.
Yeah, he's definitely, yeah, you got to pay quarterly tax, so you're probably losing probably about what, like 30%, 40 something percent. Especially with Moist, he's not really spending money like that. Like, because here's the thing you guys don't understand about being a content creator, right? When you are working a regular job, you're a W-2 employee, right? When you become a content creator and you're monetized and you're earning money, you're either a W-9 or you are a LLC or whatever, right? You're a business. So at that point, when you work a check, they take the bread out automatically, and normally you get a tax return. When you are a W-9 or you have your own business, you don't have your taxes taken out. So you have to either spend like shit and then write that shit off, or you got to fork over that bread. And I don't see him really spending shit like that, except like on his other YouTube channel. I think a lot of that goes into that, but not on here.
Raw. It is still brutal when the tax man comes a knocking. He'll blow up your guts.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just the way that the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
Obviously, a good chunk instantly goes to taxes. There's also like salaries for the people that I pay on my team, other expenses, and also for the first 4 to 5 years of me earning money through my YouTube channel, I donated every single dollar to charity. So while I may have earned $41 million over the course of my time online, I don't have nearly that much. But I still have more money than I will ever know what to fully do with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why, yeah, there's a difference between gross and net. But still, 41 million? Oh my God. That shit is crazy. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I just got to hit for like 3. If I hit for like 3, here's the plan, right? Because I was thinking about this shit today. I could genuinely see myself being a millionaire. I'm not going to lie. And I was thinking about it, and it felt weird when I said it, but I was like, bro, if you just lock in a little bit and you put a little bit of pain for like the next few years and you really just like be organized and be on top of your shit, you could be there. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely believe that. And if I hit like 2 or 3 M's, this is what I'm going to do with the bread. 1, I'm going to get a house for me, and I'm going to get a house for my mom. And then other than that, I'm probably just going to get like a nice room like bro, and that's it. I don't even need that much. As long as I'm good and my mom is good, bro, I swear to God, that's all I need. Dead ass. I don't need watches. I don't need crazy cars. I don't need crazy clothes. As long as I got a spot to stay, I got food on the table, and I don't have to spend my life for somebody else, and my mom is good, I'm good. Just spoil your boo thing. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even that romantic of a guy, bro. I'm going to be honest. I'm not even romantic. That's the crazy part. But I would definitely do nice things for, you know what I mean, for my potential girl in the future. I'm gonna buy a house. Yeah, and yeah, if I was with a girl, she can't work, so she got to be good too. But then again, you gotta if I'm with a girl, she also got to live below her means though. Hell no, if you start spoiling, she's gonna get bored. You think so? I'm gonna buy a house on a cold front where no one lives and be by myself. That's goals. She's gonna twirl them beard.
And I actually thought it'd be kind of fun to go through like a deep dive on what it looks like.
Yo,
you know, taxes, expenses, all that kind of thing to see how it all breaks down. But maybe that's a topic best left for a different video. So for now, I'll probably just conclude it here. Hopefully this was insightful.
Everybody's going to want to be up in his pockets. Yeah, that's a whole breakdown in itself. That's crazy, though. 41 million.